Okay, this is my third round game. I did not feel that I was doing very well at all during this entire game. I put in the computer says I actually had the advantage. I did not think I had the advantage. So let's look at it. French defense. Attack the base. Supported my base. Attacked it again. Supported again. And this is the main line of the French defense, which apparently I don't know anymore or understand. And the computer analysis says I made, for the most part, satisfactory moves. Here, the knight is going to f5, so in my thinking I could not play c3. In actual analysis I could. c3, f, knight attacks the queen, holds the position. What I could have played here was b3. Again, according to the computer, it's not as disastrous as it felt. I know I just need to play more because I was constantly worried about this pawn, even though there's nothing to worry about right now. And I shouldn't have been worried. I mean, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do here. f6 surprised me. Basic chess theory says that she should have castled in this position. I keep referring to my opponent as she because it was this little, probably 10-year-old girl that caused me all these problems. So in this position I captured. It'll be interesting to see what the computer has to say about capturing or just leaving it there. I was pretty sure that the recapture was going to come with the bishop, because the bishop would attack, the knight would attack, and the queen would attack with just the knight and the queen defending. I had planned to play a4. I said, okay, well, it's going after a direct attack against my king. That's not bad. I'm thinking they're going to castle, step the king back, bring both rooks over, and try to get an attack going. And from my vantage point, looks like it's a feasible idea. The other option is start pushing the central pawns. And I really wasn't worried about the central pawns because usually pawns, two pawns isolated from the rest of the pawns side by side like that, eventually will become weak, in theory anyway. Here the computer suggests I should have went ahead and played the knight out. I did not want this knight to come in here in exchange for my bishop because the position is starting to open up. I did not think this was a very good move. I want to bring my queen over, but I'm saying the queen comes over, black castles. I really can't touch this pawn because those two rooks coming over. FD1, I'm playing, center moves, even though I can't find a real weakness to force anything in the center. That's why I didn't feel comfortable about the position. Then she really surprised me with this. And now, the knight should play over. I'm sorry, the queen should play over, but then the rook plays over, and that rook is locked out of the game right there. And the queen has a couple moves before she can come over. Even if she comes over, she's just coming over to be exchanged. And now I guess I should feel good about this position. Probably should have taken with the rook, but I didn't see much of a future. Once the rook captures here, the other rook comes over, and you'll never be able to touch that knight with that pawn sitting back there. I didn't think the pawn was going to ever move, or at least I couldn't force the pawn to move. And now I'm really playing defensive. I'm so afraid of the attack coming. According to the computer, after what I did was I took with the pawn, because I felt that that freed up my bishop to place pressure on the king. And if the pawn was ever to be pushed, this pawn is going to be exposed to capture. And even after this move, the computer says I'm still in a very good position. I thought that black would be able to double up rook or queen rook. And both these knights over here, there has to be something there. At least that was my thinking. Now one of the problems I'm having is I'm not analyzing, I'm just going with what I think is there. That can't be good. I said, when the smoke clears, I want to still have my pawn majority on the queen side. And then my opponent again, who was a young lady, probably 10 years old, surprised me. She offered to draw, and I said sure. If I don't know when I have a good position, then I'm playing really bad and I need to accept the draw, which is what I did. Here the computer suggests either going to d3 or e2, bring this bishop back, make it active instead of purely defensive. And you know, I see the threat here. You can create double isolated pawns, but I'm still very concerned about this open file going straight to my king. So I accepted the draw, and after 3 rounds I have 1 bye, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And it doesn't look good. Okay.